Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 71 and as you can probably hear from my voice, maybe just a little bit, I am under the weather. Yes, I have managed to get myself just a little bit ill. I believe I've got what is formerly known as con crud. I've seen that banded around Twitter quite a few times. I quite liked it and I think that basically means that being in such close proximity with such a large number of people, my little poor immune system just couldn't cope. And it has managed to fold in on itself, and I've managed to catch a bunch of illnesses, basically. So yeah, I've got a bit of a sore throat, I've got a bit of a headache. It was so much worse yesterday. On the Monday, I felt very rough. I was planning on recording, that was the plan. I woke up in the morning, I tried to say hello to my mum, and it didn't work. Nothing came out of my mouth. So I thought, you know what? Today might not be a recording day, which is of course why there was no Monday evening live stream either, which was a bit of a shame. I do apologise for that because I'm trying my best, now that I'm full-time YouTube, to be really on top of everything there. But it's been a bit of a struggle, to be honest with you. For the first week of full-time YouTube, obviously it was heavily disrupted by Minecon, and the fact that it was absolutely boiling in England, I did very little recording. Now this week I'm ill, so far with full-time YouTube, I'm not doing particularly well. But anyway, I think I should bring up right at the start of this episode, just very quickly, Minecon. Minecon was amazing. I seriously enjoyed myself. It was one of the best weekends I've had for a very long time indeed. I managed to meet up with all the hermits, that was the first thing. Obviously Tango Tech, Impulse SV and False Symmetry all there. I've never met any of them in real life before, so that was a new experience. And it was awesome to chat to those guys. And then also, Zedaf and Simply Sark came along as well, and it was lovely to meet them. Seriously, all of them are top guys, and girls, of course. And it was just such an interesting experience. It was lovely to chat to them, finally meet them in person, have an actual discussion face-to-face, which is really something that I value quite a lot. I'm not particularly good at Skype calls or phone calls or any form of talking over line, so I thought that meeting face-to-face, it was lovely. It seriously was, and most importantly, I managed to meet all of you guys. I met so many of you. Hundreds upon hundreds of people came up to say hi to me. It was all a little bit overwhelming. It was my first ever convention ever, so I didn't really know what to expect. They asked me beforehand, do you need bodyguards? And I was like, be serious? What are you talking about? I don't need bodyguards. But then I got absolutely mobbed. So I did end up requiring a few, which was a very surreal experience indeed. But it was awesome. I shook so many of your hands. I managed to get photos with a bunch of you, hugged so many of you, signed so many of your foam swords, and yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. What can I say? I'll probably talk about it a little bit later on in the episode, but this is probably getting a little bit boring, so let's start doing some Minecraft bits. So as I'm sure you can imagine, the plan for today's episode is we are going to be working on this new fancy storage system that we have got down here. Basically, I decided that, hey, this storage system here is brilliant, okay? It really is good. It sorts out most of the items, but there's certain items, like all the different types of hardened clay, all the different types of wool, all the different types of glass, that it doesn't sort out, and that's annoying. It is. It's really annoying, because, of course, I chuck all the items into the chest, and they don't end up in any correct location, and I have to go over to that crazy hidden chest down there, and I just don't really fancy it. So what I thought I'd do is add in a second storage system that uses a completely different design. It's designed by Tango Tech, and we're going to be setting that up today. We're going to be doing all of the redstone for it, and then towards the end of the episode, we will be heading over to Hermit Thrills to have some fun, and then right at the end of the episode, I'm going to show you guys some footage from Minecon. So that is the official plan for today's episode, and it should be really very interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab up my redstone bits and pieces, and let's get to it. Oh, I've just remembered that all of my redstone bits and pieces are actually in the storage system. This is going to be a really tough habit to break coming up to this area here. So I'm just in the process of clearing out what I believe to be a fairly suitable area to build this thing. But let's face it, I don't actually know. Because of Minecon and the fact that I was ill yesterday, so I basically had to stay in bed, I haven't really planned this out. Now, I know I always say in my videos, planning is key. Planning is 100% key, okay? It's one of the most important things that you can possibly do. And this all feels like a little bit new to me, doing things sort of off the cuff like this without fully planning them out. But hopefully it all comes together nicely. Otherwise, I'm going to be really frustrated. That being said, I am a little bit worried about the location of these hidden crafting benches. I think it will be okay, but I don't really know. It might not work, and we might have to do some relocation, so let's just wait and see. Two things. First off, I've managed to half mine a block. I have no idea how that has come about. Oh, okay, it's fixed. Well, you saw it there, okay? I was half mining that thing, and then it just stayed like that, so I thought I'd show you. But secondly, another strange thing that I'm about to do is I'm about to go and follow a tutorial. I don't do that particularly often, but it has to be done. This isn't my storage system design, this is TangoTech's, which means I have to learn how to do it. Well, the problem with not having a plan is occasionally you get things wrong, which has meant that I've had to redesign my little area down here. So basically, we had 2 sets of chests going down. Don't know if you remember. I hope you remember, because you literally were just looking at it. But yeah, we had 2 sets of chests going down like this, and sadly, that wouldn't really have worked with this amount of space in between them. We need at least 2 blocks, and if I wanted to try and rearrange it and do some other things, it would pretty much involve redesigning TangoTech's entire storage system, and that's not something that I particularly fancy doing. So instead, we're going to be going for this design, which, let's face it, actually looks a ton better. So I'm feeling pretty happy about this. I know, I said that I wasn't going to redesign Tango's whole system, but I've done a little bit, okay? I've had to do a little bit of redesigning, simply because of the configuration of my chests. It just doesn't quite work with Tango's designs. We've had to fiddle about a little bit, and I've got a slightly different looking system, but it still works on the same principle, okay? And I'll quickly run that principle through with you in the next couple seconds before I've just finished all of the redstone. You can see just how close we are to these hidden crafting benches. I might have to end up taking them out. I have no idea if these are going to work together next to one another. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But anyway, as far as this design is concerned, we have done all of the redstone for powering the droppers and the hoppers, which is good. That's about 30% of the entire build done. But the way that this works is super smart, okay? I love this system, and I'm really impressed that Tango came up with this idea. So basically, the way that this works is all of this is going to be done on a redstone clock that activates as items are flowing through it. But these repeaters here, they power the droppers, and those droppers are all facing upwards, which means that we've got ourselves a bit of an item elevator. So the items will travel up like this, then go down the hoppers, and then go over here, and up like this, and then down through all of the hoppers. Now, the way that we have done this, okay, because the hoppers, as you guys know, will always suck out items before they push them. So in a situation like this, without any redstone powering or anything like that, all of the items would just go straight down to the bottom and then end up in the bottom chest, which wouldn't be good for our little sorting system here. So what Tango has done is he's made it so that these things alternate, okay? So when this redstone is powered, this dropper is powered, but it's also powering this hopper here, okay? So that means that this hopper is locked, but then this redstone torch is unpowered, meaning that the items can be removed from this hopper, and then they can be pushed into that chest there because the hopper underneath it is locked, okay? So basically, when the redstone is powered, this will be locked, but this will be unlocked, so the items go down like that, but then this hopper here is locked, so they can't go down again, which means that they try going across, and if the correct item is in that chest over there, then they will go across. If it's not, then it will basically, on the falling edge of the redstone clock, this redstone torch will then power, meaning that that hopper is locked, but then this one will be unlocked, meaning the item will drop down, but then the one beneath it will be locked, which means that the item will go across. That's how it works. I apologize that that was such a mess of an explanation, but that is the entire system, and that's how it's going to go down, okay? So now we just have to do all of the redstone circuitry underneath, which shouldn't be too confusing, I hope. Apologies for this really annoying ticking noise, but I'm trying my best to try out the system. Now, as I said, slightly redesigned it, and I'm now no longer following TangoTech's tutorial. I apologize for that, Tango, by the way. I'm sure the tutorial is fantastic, but as you can see here, my system is a tiny bit different. Of course, I will put a link to Tango's video down in the description. But anyway, I have just checked out the world download, and it used a redstone clock similar to this one, so I thought I'd give it a bash with that, and let's see. So this top chest here is filled with stone. That means that the cobblestone can't make it into there, but it should be in this chest here. Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed. Yes! Oh, that is good. That is excellent news. Awesome. Okay, so the system is working, sort of, I believe, I hope. Cool. Oh, I've done it again. I need to stop coming up here for resources. Okay, so as far as I can tell, I've managed to do everything now, alright? I have added in a pulse extender. That is right here. And that is because, obviously, the item is going to travel through this hopper here. If it's only a single item, then that will only fire one pulse into the redstone clock, which means that it won't get particularly fast. So what happens is, it goes into here, then the pulse is extended by this system that you can see here, which is designed by CodeCrafted, and I will hopefully remember to put a link to that video down in the description as well, and then it goes into our redstone clock, which then, of course, travels up into the system. So let's give it another quick tester, just to see if everything is working, So we'll throw our cobblestone into here. And then I apologize. Oh! That didn't work, did it? That didn't quite work. And that is because we need a repeater output from these hoppers here. Right, okay, back to the drawing board. I've added this extra little thing in here now, so this should all be working. So let's give it another test. Right, to throw in gravel. Why not? And let's see if this actually works. There we go. Is it working? I think. Is it? I believe it is. Yeah, because our thing is now triggered. The items are flowing through. You can hear all the ticking, the annoying noises. Right, okay, now we have to wait and see if this item actually makes its way up. So let's just give it a check. It's not going to be in there. It is in there, though. Excellent news. All right, so this system is now officially 100% working, which is sweet. Okay, that really is sweet. That means that this is now up and operational. But it does mean that we're going to have to fill all of these chests with the specific items, which means that I am going to have to do a metric butt ton of resource gathering. So let's get to it. But oh, before we start doing that, I guess I should do some clearing up over the top here. I've decided to leave a little bit of a window into the redstone, just so you can see in, and I like it. I like it a lot. That's a really cool feature, but most importantly, we actually have to link this up to the storage system itself. Otherwise, there's no point in having all this fandangled stuff. So yeah, I'm going to have to run a really long line of hoppers going right the way across like this, all the way underneath the floor. I'll try and work out where I am. Hopefully I don't run into any redstone or take anything out or end up in water somewhere, because I know we've got the item streams over here. Right, are we nearly there yet? That's an iron block. And that's something else. I think that means we're nearly there. I'm going to keep going. Oh, okay, we've run into a lava lake. I think we might have been onto something around about here. I should have worked this one out before I started mining out the blocks. That was a little bit scary there. I had lava pouring down on me. Right, okay, this is looking good. There's hoppers there. That's promising. Alright, I think I'm just going to take the hoppers from this location, because I believe that is the piston for the little chest thing. Yes, it is. Okay, so we need to take the hoppers from here, down there, and then all the way across this strip here. And I've run out of hoppers. That is infuriating. Back to the crafting bench. So now when I place an item in this chest, it goes down into the bottom there, then comes up through this item elevator, goes across like this, right the way across at this line of chest here, then it drops down and goes right the way across here, then it drops down a little bit further, then goes up to the top there, right the way across this line of chest, then drops down and goes back across like this, then it goes down to here, drops down like this, comes across a little bit, then goes all the way across here, and goes right the way up to here, comes up to the top here, drops down, then goes up to the top here, and then drops down. That is crazy. That is the most crazy item transportation sorting type system I think I've ever built in Minecraft, and I do believe, at least I seriously hope now, that everything is done. The hoppers are in, pulse extender's in, redstone is done. This is like a really cool, complex system, and I'm really glad that I decided to rearrange the design a little bit so that it fit my exact specification here, because I think it looks really good. So yeah, that is it. That is all of that done. But of course, now we actually do have to gather up the resources for all of these chests. It's not going to stay like this, because then what's the point? We're going to have to gather up all the different types of hardened clay, all the different types of wool, all the different types of glass, and all the other miscellaneous items that I want to be in this. For example, torches, coal items, lapis, stuff that I don't have in the storage system here that I want sorted out. And you know what? I'm going to be doing this one in a time lapse.
They say that age kills the fire inside of a man. That if he hears death coming, he opens the door and says, "Come in, give me rest." That is a pack of lies. I got enough fight in me to devour the world. So, I fight.
Oh, what a beautiful sight. If we take a look in this chest here, you can see that we have got everything wonderfully organized. Look at this. I am feeling so good about my chest situation right here. Look, we've got all the different types of glass. We've got all the different types of wool. Yeah, that is looking really quite good. So we've managed to sort out all of those different things into that sorting system. And everything, in theory, should now be working. In fact, I probably could do some form of test, but the length of time it would take for the items to travel around like this and do their spirally thing, then go over to this side, do the spirally thing, then come all the way back here, wouldn't be able to fit it in one cut. So what I'm going to say is I'm 99% sure that it's going to be working, so now let's move on. So now that I've built the crazy redstone storage system that we've done, we've filled it up with items and everything like that, I thought we would head over to Hermit Thrills and have a little bit of fun. Now, I'm not going to be building anything today. As you can see from my inventory, I've got a bow and an arrow, which means that we are going to be playing a little bit of Derailed. But before we begin, I've got sort of a couple things I want to mention to you. First off, I'm going to be working over here very soon, and I am so excited for this because this is a project that I have wanted to work on for ages. Ever since Tango created Hermit Thrills, I was like, I want to build this specific thing. I might have mentioned it beforehand, but I'm not going to bring it up again because I don't want to spoil anything. So that is very exciting. The next thing that I want to talk about is Minecraft 1.9 and a little bit of Minecon, and also the new version of Minecraft that is coming out, and also Minecraft Story Mode. There's loads of them. So first off, Minecraft 1.9. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you will know that I wasn't particularly fussed about the Minecraft 1.9 advert. When it came out, I was like, that doesn't look too amazing. It doesn't look too revolutionary. I'm not particularly bothered by it. But now that I've thought about it a little bit more, I'm really excited for those block mobs, okay? Those block mobs look interesting, and if you can push those guys with pistons, or if you can dispense them out of dispensers, then that is going to be seriously awesome, and could open up a large number of possibilities for weapons, and also elevators, and other such things that might require elevation, because elevation, I mean, we can fly now. That is super cool. Can you imagine that? Like, building? Perhaps you want to get to the top of a build, you could create something that just elevates you just enough so that you reach that location. Yeah, I'm excited. There's going to be quite a lot of redstone possibilities there. But on top of that, you know, the whole new types of arrows and things, I'm interested to see if they work in dispensers, like that Spectre thing. That'll be interesting to see. What else was there? Oh, the new story mode of Minecraft. That looks okay. I'm definitely going to play it when it comes out, but I'm not too fussed by it particularly, as I like Minecraft for the creative element, not really the exploring and that sort of side of things, but that should be interesting. And the Windows 10 version of Minecraft, meh, it's just Pocket Edition ported over. That's it. I don't know if you guys actually knew that, but that's essentially it. It is Pocket Edition, just on an actual PC for Windows 10. And they are going to be running simultaneously, so it's not like a new update for Minecraft. It's a separate version of Minecraft, which means that I'm not really that bothered by it. Once again, I might give it a go. They fixed boats in it, so it could be worth checking out just for that. But that's basically my opinions. But anyway, here goes. We're going to be playing a bit of Derailed. I apologise for talking for so long there. Right, let's check the record book. I think, wow, where the... Okay, there we go. I was going to say, that went crazy. I can't remember what I got last time. My first attempt was 4. Not good. But my best is 14. Let's try and beat 14. I reckon we can do it. I'm feeling it today. Let's go. Start game. Here goes. Right, I will prep up my sword. And I heard a click, but nothing happened. I don't know if it's running low on minecarts or something. I can't tell, because it seems to be taking a little bit of time to do... Oh, that was so... There we go. Right, okay, we got 1, 2... What? That went straight through it. Unbelievable. Oh, I'm being too early. Oh, and again. I'm definitely not going to beat 14 here. There we go. That was a good one. Sorry, I can't do it. I can't talk about anything other than what I'm doing when I'm playing this game. There we go. That was a good one. Awesome. Let's try out. See, look. It tried to dispense something there and there was nothing. And I definitely hit that. Oh, the tension. The tension is too high. I'm almost tempted to put more minecarts in these dispensers, as I feel like some of them are missing. Because it definitely feels like there are less spawning this time. That was a good shot, though. That was it. No way. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. It hit the window. I don't believe it. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. Oh, I'm really, like, my heart is in my mouth. I'm definitely not going to beat my other score. I mean, look at that. What am I doing? I can't believe it. I had such a good stroke of form last time I played this game. And this time, that was nowhere near as good. I think that is the end, is it? Oh, that caught me by surprise, but I still managed to get it. Yeah, I think we are approaching the end now. I've got 8. And I missed that one. Not good. Not good, guys. I wanted to beat 14, and I've not even managed to get above 10. I'm really, really disappointed in that one. Oh, well, okay, so that is my game of Derailed. I'm not even going to put that in the records book. I apologise that I've disappointed you guys there. But anyway, what I thought I'd do now is I thought I would put some footage on screen from my Minecon. Hopefully, if I can port it from my phone over to this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do a montage or a vloggy type thing. I didn't do the best job of vlogging the whole event. So, we'll have to wait and see. It could just be like a montage with music over the top of it, or it could just be like the proper sound so you can hear and see everything that was going on. But yeah, it's going to be a quick montage just to show you my experiences. As I say, didn't do the best job of filming it, but it should be fairly interesting for those of you who weren't actually there. So there we have it, ladies and gents. That rounds up today's episode of Hermitcraft. I hope that you enjoyed it. I actually managed to have a really long chat. I'm really bad at chatting in one cut. I don't know if you've noticed. That's why I do loads of jump cuts and things. And that is the longest single take I think I've ever done in a Hermitcraft episode. 5 minutes and 42 seconds. I'm very, very proud of that. I always end up messing up my words or stuttering or saying something stupid that has to be cut out. So I'm happy with that. I really am happy with that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as I say, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo. I'm out. I'll see you later.